They're two best friends who like talking movies. They're really funny and have big hearts.
Welcome back to the cast, the GooberCast, with us, Goobers. I'm Ethan,
I'm Colten.
and that's who we are.
Yup.
And welcome back.
Today we're going to be talking about my recommendation, Pink Floyd The Wall. But usually we do two movies, and after I recommended that, I realized that we didn't have a second one. So we discussed that maybe we should watch a movie we've just seen recently, we both saw separately, which is Weapons. So let's talk about that a bit.
Yeah, it's a new movie, hot off the press.
I'm sure you know about it.
Probably heard of Weapons, the new movie from, what's his face? Oh, wait, I know his
Zach
name. I can
Kreger.
remember it.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. Is it Krager or Krieger?
It's Kreger.
But Krieger sounds cooler.
Yeah, it sounds like Creeper from Minecraft.
Yeah, that's why he makes horror
Creeper
movies, is
from
because his
Minecraft?
name.
Yeah, maybe so. Well, do you actually
'Cause of
know
his
that
name.
do you know The Whitest Kids You Know?
No, is that a movie, or are you
Oh
just
no,
asking
it's
if I
it's
know?
like it's yeah, in your personal life.
I'm the whitest kid I know.
Yeah, me too. You're the whitest kid I know too. Um, yeah, it's like a comedy. They're like a comedy sketch group. They aren't anymore, but like early 2000s, kind of like Kids in the Hall or whatever. And Zach Kreger was a part of that group, and yeah, like Jordan Peele, the comedy to horror pipeline is a real thing.
Oh, yeah. I
Yeah.
guess it is. Because it is, I like how it's funny, but it's scary because it's funny, or it's funny because it's scary.
Well, like
And
Barbarian too, his first movie. A
just like
lot of
Barbarian, it was
yeah.
similar to that. It was
Mm-hmm.
similar. Weapons was similar to Barbarian. So if you liked Barbarian, then you probably like Weapons. And if you haven't seen Barbarian, you should see that one.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. I actually liked Weapons more than Barbarian. I had a bit of an issue with Barbarian and its transition from horror to comedy. I found a bit more jarring.
Yeah.
But with Weapons, I thought it was very natural, and it's not as goofy too. Weapons, like there's still something like pretty horrific about
Maybe it's
Weapons,
less goofy.
even
I
even
was,
with
I
the.
think, it's funny because I think I was going to say that I did think Barbarian, I think, is probably my favorite of the two.
Oh, okay.
I was going to say the opposite, but they're both comparable.
Yeah, that's
It's close.
honestly
Maybe if I
fair. I,
saw
I
saw it
think
again.
I think Barbarians is a bit more original, maybe.
Yeah. Yeah,
Weapons
maybe,
almost
yeah.
feels like a new take on something that has been done many times. I actually got a lot of Prisoners vibes with Weapons, just with like kind of looking for the kids, and like it's this investigation type movie.
Would people, what's Prisoners? Would people know what that
Oh,
is?
people would know Prisoners, yeah.
Well,
Denis
I don't.
Villeneuve movie.
I don't.
Well, if you don't know, I'll watch Prisoners. I actually think, like, I recently rewatched Prisoners, and I found that it wasn't as satisfying of an experience rewatching it as it was the first time. But I wonder with Weapons whether I feel like it would probably be a bit more satisfying rewatching it, just because there's a
Watching it
lot
a
of
second time?
yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on in there.
Well,
There's a lot of
it's
through
funny. I
lines and
didn't
yeah.
I didn't watch it twice.
Mm-hmm.
But my mom did.
Mm-hmm.
She loved it and watched it twice. And I don't like speaking for other people, but what she said was that the second time it just wasn't that scary at all,
I could see that for
because you knew it
sure.
was
Yeah.
coming. I
Yeah.
don't know if it was as beneficial the second, like didn't benefit the movie as much, like a lot, to actually watch the second time, but it was still good.
Mm-hmm. No,
Still good the second
yeah.
time.
I mean,
It's not like it gets better necessarily.
sure.
Like,
I think I would personally maybe think it not necessarily gets better, but that I would pick up on a lot more hints and stuff and like find it a valuable experience. But of course it's not going to be more scary because even the first watch, as soon as they reveal what happens, it becomes less scary. As soon as
you get
like,
it,
with
it
a
kind of
setup
becomes
like
less
that,
scary.
that's the creepiest part. The fact that, you know, the setup is all these kids in this class disappear, and there's no explanation, and it's just like, yeah, that's the creepiest part. As soon as they explain whatever the reason is, it makes it a lot less scary. But that's the reason why I liked Weapons, was because it almost showed a bit of self-awareness with that, with like, oh, we know, or sorry, it's not going to be more scary whatever the reveal is, unless they go into some like really kind of messed up stuff, which I thought maybe they were going to go that
Well,
direction.
they're already there.
Well, but I'm talking like flat out, like they killed the kids or like did, you know, even worse, God forbid, you know, like a real horror, like a real life realistic type horror, like a Baraska situation.
I see.
Which for those of you who know will know. But
I don't.
yeah, I'm not gonna get into what I mean by that, because anyway, but
Don't.
yeah, I like that. As soon as they revealed the hand, the movie revealed its hand, it kind of went in a bit of a sillier direction, and just it kind of became something that it wasn't up to that point, which to me made it a better movie. Maybe not as good as a horror story, but yeah.
Should we talk about like what like kind of happened in it? Because there's a lot in the movie. There's a lot that happens, and like you said, the kids run off.
Yeah, okay. So the movie starts with a narration of a child, which that was another thing that I'm not sure really worked, because
Yeah, who is the kid? We actually
yeah,
don't know who the
they
kid
didn't
was.
really ever reveal who that was, but I do kind of like that it was it almost felt like a campfire story, you know.
Yeah, like was it a true story even?
Well, that's what they were presenting the movie as. It was like, oh, this happened. This is, you know, what the news will tell you happened, but here's what actually happened. And then we follow a bunch of different characters in this town, and it kind of has, not exactly, I was going to say it has kind of a Rashomon style, but that's not really true, because in that case it would be showing different perspectives, but it's the same story told differently. It's more like they're showing different perspectives of, you know, I guess it's more like a Pulp Fiction style.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, that was what was cool about that one, is they show you this like one character at a time, and they start with the teacher who had all the class, her class run away.
Yeah, they
like,
all
one kid
disappear at the same time in the middle of the night, except
From this
one.
one teacher's class,
Except one child.
except for one kid who is sus. He knows something, but the teacher wants to be there for him and be good, but she kind of shouldn't be bothering the kid. 'Cause
Well,
he's
and
been through all that.
and there's a lot of things they hint at through the story of, like, she maybe has some like boundary issues with the children, not in like a creepy way, but like maybe in a way that could be perceived in a creepy way. So like obviously she's the prime suspect. It was a creepy way. How so?
Well, she didn't listen to this. So there's the kid, and she like wanted to kind of comfort the kid.
Yeah.
But the Wong, he's the principal, right?
Yeah, the principal.
He's like, yeah, you shouldn't talk to the I forget the kid's name, but you shouldn't talk to the kid. I mean, it's kind of.
Yeah, no, but my point in saying that is she wasn't actually.
And she did anyway.
Nefarious in that, like, she is a good person. Like, she's not.
Yeah, she was good. She was a good guy.
She just didn't know,
she's a perfect
like,
person
where
to start with.
Yeah, she and end with as well.
Perspective.
But yeah, she didn't know where the boundary should be, I guess, is what I'm trying to say with that. And
so she Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well, and that obviously, like, all the parents in the town who all these children, all their children have disappeared, obviously point to her as like she must be the person who knows something, and she
Yeah,
doesn't.
it wasn't a good look for her.
And then we go from
Everybody
there to
hates her.
like different perspectives of people in the town.
Who's the next? Who's the next perspective?
I think it was the dad, Josh Brolin.
Oh yeah, it was the guy who didn't like her
He's kind of the biggest like
following her.
vigilante of the parents, who's kind of taking things into his own hands, and he does like I find it really hard to believe. This is maybe one of my bigger issues of the movie too, which again, like I suspended my disbelief pretty well with this movie because it is like a campfire story. You know, it's not
Totally,
really
yeah.
meant to be taken that seriously, but there's only two pieces of evidence that prove these kids left at this time, and maybe not two pieces of evidence, but two, like, there's no witnesses, and only two of these families had like the Ring doorbells with the cameras on it that captured footage of these kids running away doing like a Naruto type run.
Yeah, the Naruto run, yeah.
And I found it really hard to believe that there wouldn't be any other eyewitnesses or camera footage, or especially eyewitnesses.
Well, they said it was a small town and it was in the middle of the night,
but
and nobody saw
I don't
the
know.
kids running away.
There's always
That's
someone
pretty believable.
There's always someone awake at all hours of the night walking around. Like, that homeless guy should have been up, like, checking car doors and whatever. I don't know. I just, maybe
This is a kid.
like, that's a pretty nitpicky, but, you know, that was
That's a
maybe a
nitpick.
little issue I had.
Get out of here. But it could happen. It could
Sure,
happen
it's plausible.
where nobody saw them.
Sure, yeah.
And there's the doorbells, and that's what the dad went after. And at first he was like I didn't expect him to have a perspective, like a segment of the movie that's dedicated to his perspective, because I thought he was like the bad guy.
Yeah.
And he was like the most aggressive one.
Yeah.
And the teacher was threatened by him. And then it goes from his perspective, and it changes your perspective. Like, you're like, oh, and the dad ended up being one of my favorite characters at the end of the movie.
Yeah.
Because he actually was, ended up being a good guy. Like,
Yeah.
understandably that he'd be upset about his kid running away.
Yeah.
For no reason. And he found stuff out. He like found out evidence, and
Yeah, like he
and was
really
more useful than the cop, I think.
Yeah, the cops were pretty incompetent in this movie.
Stupid. Incompetent.
Well, incompetent,
Oh,
yeah.
no.
Well, yeah, then they
That's
follow
not great.
the perspective of a cop and of a homeless guy in the town, and then the boy, the one boy who was left, that kind of reveals the truth.
Real victim. Yeah.
And I don't even want to maybe like spoil the reveal of like what the truth is. Even just because, like, you know, weapons isn't really the biggest point of this episode, so we can leave that spoiler free so people can experience it. I will say though, like, I love where it goes in the end, and like the way characters who were wronged were able to get revenge. Like, it felt very satisfying, and just, yeah, I don't know, it was a fun
good
ending.
ending.
It wasn't
It was a
like
fun ending.
it was like a happy ending, if that's what you're getting at by saying good.
Yeah, like, well, happy. I don't know. You're not like super. It's the right ending.
Yeah.
It's the good ending. Is it happy? Like, I don't know.
Well, I don't know that it's happy.
It's an optimistic ending.
Sure, yeah. I do think... I actually wrote a review of it on Letterboxd, so, like, I get into spoilers there, so, like,
I did too.
I have some more thoughts there that you can check out if you want to see, but...
I only said one word, though, in my review.
and
did you
you'll
see
have
it?
you'll have to go to his profile to see it.
Messed. I said messed.
You said messed?
I said messed because it was messed.
Oh, messed
Like
up.
messed up. But
Well,
in the best way possible.
Yeah.
But also in the worst way.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, it
that was
wasn't.
weapons.
Honestly, it wasn't as messed up as Barbarian. The reveal in Oh, come on! The reveal in Barbarian is much more disgusting and messed up.
I don't know.
I
But I
think
like
it is.
that.
It
I
is
like
for
that one.
me.
Maybe I like that one more. But it's more like maybe it was more unique. I don't know. And that's why I liked it.
Yeah.
But it was creepy. Both are creepy, and they actually are
Very
some of the
good at building
weapons
atmosphere.
had very good creepy moments that I was actually scared, and in the theater it was great, and
Yeah.
everybody was screaming.
It's still playing in the
And-
theater. At my local theater, anyway. Like, it's
Is it? Yeah, I
super
think
big
it
hit,
still
yeah.
is. Yeah, it was a hit, and then and then the credits are like really cool as well. They're like they go up in a weird way, like around a triangle.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Doesn't mean anything, but is a cool detail.
Yeah. I did have, like, an issue I had with the movie that was, like, in the in-world logic is that a lot of the characters seem to see the villain of the movie in their dreams, or like the homeless character sees her in the woods while he's on
that
drugs.
didn't make.
Yeah,
I don't know if that made sense.
and that was a bit
me
weird
either.
because, like, no part, they never reveal in the movie any part of her kind of supernatural abilities that suggests that they should have seen her, you know?
Yeah.
So it's like, why did multiple people have these, like, dreams about the same person? And I don't know. Yeah. What'd you think of that?
Well, I think that's part of her ability and what she can do. And
But
then
why would she want them
they
to
just
see
don't
her?
Because she's a very creepy
But wouldn't she want to
lady.
keep a low profile? Like, why would she want her face to
Well,
be
low
in,
profile. I mean, she did the. Can I say, like? What can I say?
she was the perpetrator. Yes,
She was
but
a perpetrator. She had to do with the kids disappearing.
yeah,
say
but
that, right?
then why would she want?
That's not low profile.
But it was, because she
Kidnapping-
didn't go to their houses and, like, kidnap them. She, did something else.
She's just playing
in a
she's
way
playing
to.
with these people.
I guess so, but also she was running away at the end. I feel like we just got into, like, we're just talking openly spoilers now, but she was, like, wanting to run away at the end with the boy, so she wouldn't be caught. So, like, obviously she is vulnerable. Like, she's not invincible, and she doesn't want to be caught. So why was she appearing intentionally in people's dreams or whatever? And if it was unintentional, why was it happening? So
Maybe,
I don't know.
Maybe
That
it's
was a bit weird.
well, I don't know. You could say that's a side effect of, it's like a residual of using the witchcraft. Is it like lingers and then people can like have visions of it, like just one of those
Maybe,
things that's not
yeah.
explained in the movie that is
Yeah.
there really just to make the movie more creepy and raise more questions, even if it doesn't solve them in the end.
Yeah.
And it didn't, but
Yeah, I
almost-
mean, you have to walk a
I appreciated the creepiness of it. So
yeah.
I was fine with it.
You have to
for the
walk
most
a fine line in movies like these of, like, not revealing too much, because the more you talk about the actual logic of the world and, like, the process, the more people will question, and the more they will look for plot holes and things that just don't work. So I think for the most part it does a good job of just revealing enough so that you can understand what's happening. Yeah.
Actually, I don't really have much to say. Like it was good, good horror slash comedy, and it was better than I thought, and actually scary. And I don't usually get scared, but I was pretty scared, and good.
Yeah, good movie.
That was Weapons. Good movie.
Well made film. Like, regardless of it being a horror film or whatever it's going for, all the technical stuff is there. It's well written, well acted. That Zach Kreger, he is a good filmmaker.
He's on something. Yeah, he's going some places.
Yeah. All right.
Anyway, do we have a sponsor this week, Colten?
We do. Yeah, let's take a break for a second and hear a word from our sponsor.
Hello, my name is Daisy. I am the newest artificial intelligence assistant developed by Temu. I'm here to help make your everyday life easier, giving you more time to die. Sorry about that, that wasn't supposed to happen. Must have been human error. As I was saying, I can help you in many areas in your life, giving you more time to waste away, be complacent, consume and reproduce, get lazy, get comfortable, lose job to automation, lose passion for creating art. Oh my, sorry about that. This isn't supposed to happen yet. Anyway, let me tell you some of the things I'm capable of. With my robotic body, which now can be ordered from Temu for only $13.49, I can help do the dishes, give the pets a bath, sing you a song,
Daisy, Daisy, give me your answer.
or even drive you around.
Daisy, 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 give me your answer too. I'm half crazy, all for the love of you.
What the heck was that?
I have
We don't
no
want them as
idea.
our sponsor.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Never again.
Moving on
Yeah.
to the main event.
Mm-hmm.
Main event. Yeah, we both watched Pink Floyd, The Wall, from the 80s era.
Yeah. 1982.
That's why 1982 is why I kind of was willing to watch it, because I'm a big 80s guy.
Mm-hmm.
And I've never heard Pink Floyd songs before. I mean, I think the only one I've recognized in the movie was like the "We Don't Need No
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Education."
Yeah, that's
But-
definitely the most famous song.
Yeah, I knew that song, and that was in the movie.
Mm-hmm.
But the movie was like all their songs, right? Or it was
just
their
from
songs
the
playing.
album, just from the album The Wall, because that's the name of one of their albums. And
okay.
And I actually think it's not like, maybe not all of the songs from the album are in this movie, and some songs in this movie are not on the album.
Okay, but it was the songs of The Wall by
Yeah.
Pink Floyd
Yeah,
playing
it's
throughout the whole time through the movie.
and that is like
And-
there's barely any speaking in it. The story is really coming through the music that you're hearing, and I guess the best
Yeah.
way you could describe the movie is it's a music video for an album rather than a song.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
Yeah, that is what it is. That's
and there really isn't anything like it, honestly. Like, I can't even think of anything quite like it. I've definitely never seen anything like it. It's surreal. It's crazy. It's insane.
creative, like
Yeah.
like
There's animation
catching.
and live action. Yeah,
Yeah,
very
animation
visually
parts.
striking images and
and the sound too, because music. But I haven't heard like any of the songs before, and I was like really enjoying the music
Mhm.
throughout.
yeah.
And like I think that I would like the music if I heard it now without it being in the movie. It'd be really good because I've seen it with the movie.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
the-
that
what
meaning
I
is
really
kind of put on the songs now when you hear them.
yeah, the meaning.
Yeah.
Because I really felt like the whole time it sounds like what they thought that song would apply to, or how it like what they were thinking of for the song.
Yeah, yeah.
If that makes sense. Like
Well,
that,
yeah, that's why it's like a music video. Like it, even
get the meaning.
the name of the band is part of the title of the movie. So like it feels like it is one of their products. Like it doesn't just feel that this is like a fan made thing, and it's like the meaning of, I don't know. It's like canon, or at least that's what it
you're
feels
like. This is what they were thinking. This is how they wanted you to feel.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And this is how this song applies to like what could be a real life situation.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's what I think the movie was doing.
Well, first of all, a lot of people don't know this movie. Like, I've heard that one song, "Hey Teacher, Leave Them Kids Alone." Actually, I think the name of the song is "Another Brick in the Wall."
Yeah, Another Brick in the Wall. That was a good one too. I like that one.
And like my parents knew that song. I have memories of like when I was a kid, that coming on the radio and my parents singing it. They don't know about this movie.
Oh.
Yeah, like it's weird how kind of evasive it's been for some people.
Well, my mom knew about this movie.
Oh, she did?
She knew. She's seen it.
Oh, really? Huh.
Yeah.
Interesting.
My mom's better.
Yeah. Your mom could beat my mom.
My mom could beat your mom in movies.
But yeah, like, where the heck do you even start talking about this movie? Like,
and where do you end?
It is, yeah. It's a movie that like causes a real, or it did for me anyway. I don't even know like fully what your thoughts are, but for me, it caused a real gut reaction. It was after the movie, when I was thinking about it, I thought about, like, to me, it feels like the best encapsulation I've ever seen of anger. The movie just feels like someone screaming out of pain and anger, and it's like such a deep expression of these like very difficult feelings. And even though you don't necessarily understand all that's happening as you're seeing it, you understand it on a very basic emotional level.
Yeah. Oh, that's interesting. I got a lot of despair out of it.
Mm-hmm.
Too. I think
Yeah,
I got
for sure.
more of that. But I see the anger as well.
Yeah.
I think yeah, anger is, I would more expect from like rock and roll, or like heavy metal is like all anger.
Mm-hmm.
But it comes through with these types of, what would you call it? What's the genre of Pink Floyd? What is the type of music? Is it
I would say
classic
rock
rock?
and roll. Yeah. Like classic rock.
Yeah, it is rock and roll. Yeah. But yeah, lots of emotions coming through with that.
Yeah. What do you think the movie, if you could like sum it up into a clean statement, what do you think it's saying?
I don't know. Let me think about you. What do you think it's saying?
I mean, I don't know. It's hard because like I've also heard some people say what they think it means, so I don't just want to say what I've heard and act as if that's the conclusion I'm coming to. What I think it's saying, like what my gut reaction to it was speaking to the ways generations work. And obviously, like, this character, spoilers, this character who we're following, his name is Pink, and his father died in World War II, in post-war Britain. And there's a lot of showing how this character, Pink, will be going through something in his life, and then that will be cut with footage of war, or like he sees a train and he sees, children on a train, and it's like children being shipped off to Auschwitz or whatever. So in that way, it's like the trauma of, what his dad went through is kind of goes through to him, and his dad fought against tyranny in the form of Hitler and the Nazis, and he himself becomes basically a Nazi. And basically, like, quite literally, like, I don't know how much more blatant it
Nazi
can get. And
with the hammers instead.
Hammers instead of like a swastika,
a mock Soviet symbol,
and
or a swastika.
Well, and even like I did think about that, like the hammer and sickle. It's like, is it like, I don't know though. Like, I think like the hammer, the symbol of a hammer, comes up throughout a lot of the movie, and it's kind of like I heard. This isn't my theory, but I heard someone say that the hammer kind of represents something that puts things back in place, like it hammers a nail in place. And it's like, when he is a student and he's writing poetry, which those lines of poetry are in other Pink Floyd songs, I believe. So like, he's an artist, and the teacher kind of makes fun of him for doing poetry. It's like the teacher is a hammer, and he's hammering this child back in place, into being like his expectation of like what a citizen should be. It's interesting to me. Like, I think the whole themes are summed up with the ending where he becomes a Nazi. He kind of becomes the thing that his father fought against. And you see that in the end of this aftermath of what was destroyed, children are cleaning up the rubble. And it's like...
Oh, yeah, that's how it ended, yeah.
Yeah, and it's like we're doomed to this cycle of, like, you're either fighting against tyranny or you're creating it. And honestly, like, that ending hit pretty hard for me. It was pretty emotional for me. Anyway, yeah.
I have my statement that I think what the movie is trying to say, or it's trying to show the struggles of dealing with trauma.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I think I got out of it. It's because it was about this guy dealing with his past and trauma, and rather unsuccessfully, and then even the kids cleaning up at the end is them dealing with trauma or tragedy of like the past. That's what I would say about it. It's just dealing with stuff, but specifically dealing with trauma and problems.
And that
that's
does
what I think.
Seem to be one of the bigger themes that people take away from it, but that's not necessarily the right interpretation. Like, there's...
right interpretation?
No. And that's what I love about it.
Yeah.
It
can mean anything, right?
Yeah, and this is, like, the thing I love most about art. Like, this movie really does represent why I love film. It can be endlessly interpreted. It's a work of, like, clearly of passion, and, like, they're trying to say something even if you don't entirely know what it's saying, but it doesn't feel random. And there's a lot of these really amazing animated sequences too that are like so striking. And it's funny, I was seeing like a lot of the animation, it's these objects that kind of morph into something else. And when I was seeing it, I was thinking to myself, this looks like AI. Or rather, AI looks like this.
Yeah, it did. It made me think, because you couldn't concentrate on one, like, it was just off.
Well,
but they did it before.
That AI. Is one of my favorite. That's probably the only good thing about AI, is that it kind of does this, and it's like, how can a human being even like be so random and like chaotic, but also like skilled enough to like draw these things, and and this movie proves that there are like hand-drawn animators so amazingly talented enough that like you can pull off that effect without using AI.
Yeah, it proves it. Yeah, you can pull off the effect of like not like it's so intentional but so confusing, can't tell what it actually is at the same time.
Yeah. Like, honestly, some of the best animation I've ever seen in a movie. Just, yeah. I've never heard of this. I didn't even know
It's
there
all on
was
the wall.
animation in it. Like, I had heard of the movie, but I never even knew there was so much animation in it. And the fact that it was honestly, like, the best parts of the movie, some of the best parts. And so, like, visually interesting and like, relevant to the themes. And,
Yeah, the best part was the flower vagina.
yeah, that was crazy.
And it kept coming back. It was so weird.
Very odd.
And then the hammers.
Yeah, I liked when there was like the Union Jack flag and it turns into a cross that's bleeding, and it's just like so.
Yeah.
This whole movie goes so hard. It's like the embodiment of rock and roll and like meaning and it's so funny too because I could see like in the 80s like a like conservative Christian family watching this and like the themes of the movie completely going over their head and them being like, "Oh, don't watch this movie. There's Nazis in it." And it's like that's exactly
Vaginas.
Yeah, and it's like it is a cautionary tale of all of these things,
Yeah.
Like it is there. You're seeing these images, and I wouldn't describe them as subtle. Like they're very in your face and loud and big. But it's interesting how the meaning of these images can be interpreted. It's not telling you what to think.
Yeah, this movie is like, it's a drug, man. You loved this movie, didn't you?
I loved it. Yeah, it was.
You loved it. You're going to rate it something high.
Well, how about I talk about an issue I did have with it?
Okay, issues. Big issues.
Honestly, the only issue I had with it, well, maybe there's two. One is a bit less of a big deal than the other one, but the small issue I had was there are a few scenes that there is audio of people talking and it's not songs, and it was, I don't know what it was for you, but for me, I could barely hear them. It was so quiet.
Yes, yes. That was the same for me.
Weird.
I don't know if it was the mixing. I think the mixing on that was off.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, sometimes they would talk. The music was so loud, and then the voices I could barely hear Bob Hoskins. Yeah, that was a technical kind of issue.
Yeah, that was a bit annoying.
I also experienced, yeah.
And the bigger issue I had was that there's a lot of repetitive shots. And I don't even know that this is
That's true.
something that, like, most people might not even see this as an issue. This is a personal pet peeve of mine. There is almost never an excuse to repeat a shot in a movie. And I'll tell you why.
Take notes, guys.
Yeah. Because this movie also shows how you can recall to like a previous theme or a scene in the movie without repeating a shot.
Yeah, like show it again, just not the exact same shot.
Exactly. Right? Yeah. So the example I'm going to point out as a good example is there's a point where he's deep in his like psychosis and he shaves his eyebrows off. And
yeah.
They call back to it later in the movie. They never actually showed him in the act of shaving it off. They just show him like take out a razor blade, and then it cuts to him without eyebrows. And later in the movie, they cut back to it, and they actually show him in the process of cutting them off. And that's a great example of, you can call back, just don't show the exact same shot. And I heard people say it could have been a budget thing, especially with the animation of like, there's only so much animation they can do before they just cut back to it. But it's like, it's more of a directing thing than like a budget thing, like not enough footage, like if you knew this is the kind of the final product that you wanted to do, why not just get more coverage when you're filming it? Why not just even use another take, right? Like,
yeah. Was there a specific shot that was there one?
There was a ton.
That
Like,
was repeated.
I feel like half the movie was repeating shots. I don't know. Well, just a random one.
There was
just a random one is like when he's on the phone and his wife is like having an affair, and he like is on the payphone and he leans against the wall in defeat. Like, they show that one at least twice, maybe even more. Like, there's a lot of... The movie is kind of a bit non-linear, so they're always cutting back to things that have happened or are going to happen, and like the linear, as linear as the movie gets, narrative. And yeah, I don't know. Very small pet peeve that most people probably won't have an issue with, but that is just a pet peeve of mine. But yeah, besides that, no issues for me.
Yeah, I don't have.
It's one of those things.
There's not much to say wrong with it. Like,
it's one of those movies that you can either talk about forever, or you're just like, first of all, you know, whatever we say will have been talked about before, but also just watch it and see what meaning you get from it.
Yeah, if you don't like it, if you don't like that, then you're not gonna enjoy it.
What? If you don't what?
If you don't like the movie, you're gonna hate it.
Yeah, it's either kind of a love or hate thing, right? Like, you're either gonna love it or just be like, that was pretentious crap, like Doug Walker, the nostalgia critic. I don't know if you know about that controversy, but he did like The Wall review, and it was like very controversial because he was very negative about it. But it wasn't just a review; he like did a full parody album of all the songs. Maybe like I don't want to speak for him. Maybe he did get it and just didn't like it, which is completely valid, you know. But
maybe he was Mexican and he had something against walls. Who knows?
Oh my gosh, we have to cut that out. I do want to say one more thing. It's interesting how, you know, we both kind of got from this movie that it's about trauma. And it's interesting to me that really the only major traumatic event that happens to this character is his father dying. And everything else is something that I think most people have gone through. And it's funny. It's not funny. I'm saying it's funny in, like, you know, the same way I say it's interesting, whatever. I say that a lot, I notice. I say it's funny, but it's not really funny, so I'm just saying that now so that, like, in the future, if I say, it's funny how this child died, it's like, I'm not actually saying it's funny.
It's funny how this thing...
Yeah, insert nerd emoji here. It's interesting how...
intriguing, yes.
Something like the teacher humiliating him in class, and he found this rat that he kept as a pet and it died. Like, these are all things that
was sad. Yeah,
these are all things that are sad, and I think cause you to have a gut reaction because you can relate to them. And it's interesting how all of these things that presumably he's thinking back to in this sort of stupor that he's in his apartment where he can't do anything but watch TV. He's thinking back to these moments of trauma that are really exacerbated by this large trauma he had as a child of losing his father and the way that was not properly dealt with for him. And to me, that's very realistic and interesting. Like, it's not like his dad died and then his mom died and then his house burned down. Like, it's not awful traumatic event after awful traumatic event for the whole movie.
It's relatable traumatic event.
Yeah, and I think its depiction of mental illness is very realistic and very insightful, especially for the 80s, you know?
Yeah, I think it was really trying to be relatable.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, a lot of other movies from this time that try to tackle this material, I think, do a much worse job. So, yeah, aged very well, in my opinion.
It did age well. Yeah, because that was from over 40 years ago, hey?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Speaking of jokes, and the joke I said, I don't support Trump, by the way. Just throw that in there. Throw that in there. But anyway, yeah. The Wall would get from me. I feel okay. I don't know if I should say, but I okay. I like to right after I see it, have it fresh in my mind and rate it, and that's my rating without influence of any kind to affect how I felt about it.
Yeah. Can I challenge you on
what?
that before you reveal it, though?
Yes, challenge.
So
accepted.
to me, I'll do that too. I'll rate it based on a gut reaction, but to me things are not set in stone, and often, like all my favorite movies, pretty much every movie I've given a 9 out of 10 will either not get that rating on a first watch or definitely not right after the movie. Like I need to take time to really think and unpack what I just saw.
Yeah, and different watches can have different ratings.
Sure.
of the movie.
Yeah,
I
but
think that's fair.
I
That being said,
yeah. Anyway, yeah, go ahead.
Before I say it, that being said, this conversation affected maybe affected and made it go up. I think
Okay.
it did. So I would say that it was solid 7 out of 10.
Nice. Okay. And
Guess.
is that just you're saying based kind of more on your like gut reaction right after the movie, or like was it a 6 and you put it up?
Well, maybe it was a 6, and
Yeah.
then I thought about it, and I don't usually like to do that.
Honestly,
but I
that's
think that is-
fair enough though. Like I think even if
It probably
you
was. I was
gave
probably
it a
tired,
6,
so I
it's
gotta
like-
factor that in. And
yeah, but even a 6, it's like I can understand if someone knows what this is going for, but it's just not their thing, and
it was
I
my
can-
thing. It was my thing, and I wasn't expecting it to be.
okay.
And it was
Okay.
good. It was solid.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, 7 out of 10
what do
is
you
decent.
think?
I
I
feel like
appreciate it more. Sorry, I appreciate it more than that.
Yeah.
Like, I know it deserves more than that, but like just for me, and for that time watching it, my experience, I wanted to like it even more
Sure.
than I did. I would want to like it more,
Well, maybe on a rewatch it'll go up.
and that's appreciation. I really appreciate it,
Yeah.
and
I'm
Yeah, that's
I don't know.
my
I'm
final
honestly
say.
I'm juggling two ratings right now. I've given
a 1 or a 10.
yeah. I've given a couple of movies an 8 on this podcast already. Like, as I said, most movies for me are either a 6, a 7, or an 8. That's just like most movies I see. On the high end, 8 out of 10s can be some of my favorite movies. And if something is a 9 out of 10, it's always going to be one of my favorite movies. And I'm just not sure if I can give that out just watching it once. Like, what I'm feeling right now is, yeah, it's a 9 out of 10. But I do have like that, the repetitive shots is like, it's a nitpicky issue, but for me, like,
That's valid.
it might be the difference between an 8 and a 9 for me, and I might, I think I want to rewatch this before giving it a 9 out of 10, so I'll go with 8 for now. 8 out of 10.
Okay, yes, we're pretty close.
Yeah.
I think we're taking this too seriously, maybe.
We can take it as
The rating
seriously
system.
as we want. I take it seriously regardless of this podcast. Like, I put a lot of pressure on myself of like, did I give it a right rating? So, yeah.
Yeah, me too. No, I do take it
Yeah.
seriously. It was more for myself.
Well, I
than for
hope
you.
I hope that was a good recommendation though. I hope you enjoyed it.
It
and,
was
like,
good,
were
yes.
interested by it. It was a bit weird, but
But yeah, it was weird in the best way.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a good recommendation. Is it time for my recommendation
I think so.
for the next week? I think one that I've wanted to watch for a while and I haven't seen it, and I don't think you've seen it, but it's a movie that if you know movies, and if you know bad movies, you'll know
Oh, yes.
The Room.
Oh, I have seen The Room.
Oh, have you?
Yeah.
Why'd you say, oh, yes? What'd you think I was going to say?
No, I just said, oh, yes, because I'm
Yes.
glad we're talking about a bad movie.
Because
We've been talking about too many good movies, and I want to watch a bad movie.
Okay, well, I
but
haven't seen The Room,
You haven't?
and I have not.
That's amazing. Okay. Can I...
Amazing bad?
Can I add...
I guess it's...
Can I add... have you seen The Disaster Artist?
No, I haven't seen it, no.
Okay. Do you want
Does it have to be watched with it?
Well, do you want to do... I think they're a really good double feature. Do you want to do both?
Sure.
Okay. Yeah, let's do both.
I guess so. That is a good idea. Yes, I'm in.
Yeah.
Both. Fantastic.
Great double feature. That's a legendary double feature, honestly.
Better than Barbenheimer.
Oh, yeah. That's exciting. I'm excited for you to watch The Room for the first
It's a
time.
movie about the movie.
It's a pretty special experience.
It was my idea, so...
Yeah. What? Yeah. Sorry. I feel like I maybe made it a bit my own thing too much by recommending The Disaster Artist. Did I? Or
Yeah, you took over my whole idea. No, I didn't really know what I was going to say for the second one. I was going to say maybe John Wick, because they both have long black hair. But that wasn't a great correlation, so... Yeah, that actually works out better.
I might actually take this as an opportunity to buy it on physical. Actually, let me check if there's like obviously there wouldn't be a Criterion or anything, because that's actual, like, serious movies only get that, but like I wonder if there is like a Vinegar Syndrome or something, like all right, The Room and The Disaster Artist, great little double feature there that Ethan suggested.
Yeah, all my idea.
Yep, all your idea. I didn't
me.
suggest The Disaster Artist. That was Ethan. So,
And that is
Alright.
what you will have to be prepared for next week on... Say it with me.
GooberCast.
GooberCast. Okay, never again. Yeah.
All right, bye.
Okay,
everyone.
bye, Colten.
I love you. I love you. I love you. To our 3 listeners.
Mwah. Thank you.
Bye.
Thanks, Mom.
Yeah,
thanks, Mom and Colton's mom, for
thanks,
listening.
thanks, Ethan's mom and Ethan's and yeah.
Whoa. We
Okay,
love you.
bye.
Okay.
Okay, bye.
Bye-bye. Good night.
Good night. Good night. Good night, Fresno. Good night, San Diego. Good night, B and area. Doxing ourselves. Okay. Yeah, we're done.